Welcome back, you guys. It's Dawn with For Grace Creations, and today I actually have a fun project to do, but it is not an original idea by any means. I actually saw this done by Barbara over at 49 Dragonflies, and I'm going to go ahead and put a link to her video down in the description box because you really have to check hers out. I do have to say that I am camping. When I watched her video, it was just before we left to go camping, and so I grabbed some stuff to be able to do this while we're gone. And since I'm here, I thought, well, I'll go ahead and record it, and you guys maybe can play along as well. So first things first, we are playing with tea bags. So you can buy unused tea bags on Amazon and other places. I have not found them in grocery stores. Or you can just go ahead and brew some tea, dry the tea bags, just set them out, let them dry, and then you carefully open them and get everything out, and this is what you have. And they're all going to be different colors. They're so fun. Now I've been collecting them, and so as you can see, they get different prints, different markings, and different colors. They are also different sizes depending on the tea that you're drinking. So the first thing to do is get some of these dried tea bags, and we're going to want to be playing with some that are approximately the same width. Now the other thing that you're going to need is glue. Barbara used I believe it was Liquitex brand matte medium gel. I don't have any, and I was scrambling to get ready to go camping. So what I brought with me is from Walmart, Essentials brand matte medium. And then just before we left, I checked my box where Amazon delivers. I had gotten some of this Anita's Tacky Glue. It is just a PVA glue. I did not know that. I was watching another creator. She was using this. Had I have known it was just a plain PVA glue, or maybe read the descriptions on the Amazon link, I could have just grabbed Elmer's school glue. It's the same thing, you guys. But you could also use Fabrifix 3-in-1 or Fabri-Tac, all three by Beacon. You can get them online, Amazon. You could use Art Glitter Glue. There's another one called Barely Art. You can get both of those online. Anyway, what I'm showing you is that literally any glue will work. Mod Podge. So don't go buy something special. Use whatever you want. I've tried all the different glues that I brought with me. They all work. Here is what we're going to do. You're going to grab something to protect your surface. You could use wax paper or parchment paper, Ziploc bags, anything plasticky to make it so that these, when they have glue on them, don't stick. The next thing you're going to need is a cup with some water and a paintbrush, because the paintbrush is actually how we're going to get this glue on. Just grab some of this, and we're going to just paint the edge. My edges are not straight. They're definitely wonky. Some rips, some tears, and that is quite all right. See how this one has vampire teeth. I don't know why or how. Just overlap enough. I've got about an inch here. You could do a quarter of an inch, a half an inch. Depends on how well your tea bags are straight. And just kind of press it down a little bit, and then come over it with more of that glue. Again, I'm using the matte medium right now, but it doesn't matter what you use. It's glued down, but now I want room to create more, so I want to lift it up. Well, let me show you. When you go to lift up, if you take the top one, it's just going to come off. So if that happens, it's okay. Just get it stuck back down and lift the other, and it will come right off. And then I set it aside to dry. I don't have a heat tool and a hairdryer, nothing while camping. So it is going to take a little while to dry. So I think what we'll do is I will take the two I've already done and stick them to the two that I just now did. And we'll go ahead and get those stuck together. Just paying close attention which side to lift from. And I'm just going to gently set it out of the way. And I'm going to go ahead and add more. What we're making is a snippet roll out of tea bags. So we will be decorating and having some fun with that. But the first thing we have to do is get all the tea bags together. Now, how many tea bags do you glue together? That depends on what you want to do. Because, see, I want, like Barbara, I want to be able to wrap mine around a piece of wood. I usually wrap fun things like lace around driftwood that I find at the coast. But I don't have any right now. But I am out in the middle of the woods. So I will go for a walk. And I will try and find some, well, this is too long. I now need to set it aside to dry. But I will try and find some sticks. And I don't know if I have any sandpaper, but I will need to sandpaper the pokies to make sure that I do not get slivers, but also to make sure that these don't get stuck on anything, any sharp edges. And then I can wrap these when they're dry and beautified with embellishments. I can wrap them around that stick and set them in my craft space to look at because they're pretty, and then use whenever I need them. I think we'll go ahead and let these dry, and I'll be back. Well, I'm back. It took 24 hours for this to dry, and I woke up this morning and have officially caught my husband's cold. The next thing is decorating. Now, the beauty in this is that we're all going to have different supplies, so everybody's tea bag snippet roll is going to be different. I did glue 10 tea bags together. I'm not going to decorate the whole thing with you, but I'm going to do a little bit. Let's start with some book page. I'm going to go ahead and use this glue to glue things on instead of the matte medium. I have a few ripped book pages. They are French. And I'm going to go ahead and just plop them down in no specific order, which, if you are someone who's a bit of a perfectionist, this is a really great exercise for you, because it really is fun to just plop things down. Now, I do have some leftover Edith Holden pages, and I thought, well, I'm going to use some of those as well. I just love the script in them, but really, we could use any book pages. What about, I have a few little pieces of map, and they're neutral colors. I wanted to stick with neutrals on this because I did do another one. Oh, I did that one upside down. Well, okay, we're not using that. Silly me. I did another one in pinks and greens. Neutrals, pinks, and greens, and I will show you that here in a minute. All right, we've got a few book pages down. Now, I have some coffee dyed paper. It's very close to this color, but not exact. So I thought, well, I'll just put some of those down. I have some doily that I did dye with some oxide sprays. So we use a little bit of that. And I'm not really worried about getting glue everywhere, because I do want some spots to kind of lift, to give it that textured look. Now, I did coffee Dyson paper towel. I know, crazy, right? I got a lovely Happy Mail from a sweet gal, and it has these fun textured papers. So I don't know what they are, but let's use some. I wonder if I could get some of this twine down as well. We'll see. Let's get a little of this white. And then I found this was, oh, look at glue all over my fingers. This was in the bottom of a little bag I got at Goodwill for $1. So I'm gonna pull some of this off and we'll glue that. Let's go right here. I'm just gonna plop some glue down, kind of set that over, get a little glue on this, and then that, I would have never thought of using this thread, but again, that's why I watch other people's videos, to see what they do and get ideas. And oftentimes Barbara at 49 Dragonflies uses black thread in things, and it just comes out with such character and dimension. So I went ahead and grabbed that because I wanted to try and see if I could get it to work. And I just pull some thread off and bunch it up, and then plop this down over it. We've got one more of these, so let's get one more bunch of thread, and I think I'll go over here on the edge. Put some thread there, a little glue on that. Okay. We hit town today near where we're camping, and there were some antique shops. I got jars of buttons. I got this beefy, chunky, huge, old spool. Oh, it's yummy. I'll show you in another video. I'll show you my finds, because I did old keys, rusty old keys. They are so beautiful. Anyway, amazing finds, and they were cheap. Now I'm going to use some Fabri-Tac because I brought a little bit of this neutral lace with me, and I want to put a few pieces down. Really, you could use anything you wanted to use. I'm just thinking things with soft texture, so I'm not really gonna worry about every piece or edge getting stuck down, because I do want some of it to kind of be raised. I can always go back and glue down a little more if I need to. Once everything dries, decide if I need to glue down some more. Now I've got this. What if we added a couple of these? I'm just using the edge of the bottle to kind of press it down. Otherwise, it sticks to my finger because I've got glue everywhere. Oh, we were going to try some of this. I love Happy Mail. It actually, when I get it, it does make me happy. What about you? I don't get a ton of Happy Mail, but when I do get it, I try and return Happy Mail within like, a couple weeks. I don't want to do it too soon. I want it to be a bit of a surprise, but I do think it is fun to send Happy Mail as well. Now, I do have these. I brought scraps of scrapbook paper, so I'm thinking maybe a couple of these flowers, because we do have those flowers. I thought it would kind of go with it. While it's drying, I thought I would show you. So I did make this tea last night, and I kept the bag, and it smells amazing. If you've never had this, you should try it. Oh, the smell. Oh, it's great. But I had this little piece of scrap. It happens to fit, really it does, right down in there. How cute is that? On a journal page. But I thought, okay, we could turn this into a tag easily by simply folding it over, cutting the edge off, and now we have a tag. The back can be written on. But then I thought, you know, I went ahead and took one tea bag. What I thought was I decorated it thinking, okay, what if you do not have a lot of space? So you can't do a bunch in a row and then keep them as a snippet roll. Just do one at a time. But how cool would this be to decorate the front of that tea bag? So I'm just going to get this glue and put some glue around the edges. Ooh, can you hear my generator running in the background? I didn't even think about that. I'm gonna just cut this off right at the bottom. I'm not gonna cut the sides yet. I wanna see what it looks like. I actually, you know what? I like it just like that because I could glue down here, here, and here. We'd have a second pocket in a journal. Or I can glue the whole thing. But how cute would that be on a journal page? And then I thought I would show you the other one I made. I went for a walk and found some sticks to put them on. So this one I had this old wallpaper, and I thought, I could do one in neutrals and just a tad bit of pink and green. But what I did was I just rolled it up on this stick. This is gonna look so cute, sitting in a box, kind of leaning sideways so I can see it. So fun. Now I'm gonna make probably, 4 or 5 of these. I'd like to keep this one. I'd like to make another one in these same colors, very similar to this. Put it on my Ko-fi site in case somebody wants to buy it. All right, thanks for being here, everybody. It sure is fun to get to play while camping. Have a lovely afternoon, and I hope this inspired you to create your own snippet roll. Bye, guys. Thank you.